going back to earlier with Wentz and all that, and need to be a playoff team, what kind of pressure does this put on Rivera to produce that?
Yeah, and no pressure that didn't already exist. And I think that was part of his offseason. And, we can, I guess, parse the language, but I feel like he maybe blew up the balloon a little too much here in terms of we're going to chase these elite quarterbacks. We feel we're on the door. And, he's making his sales pitch to those guys directly. We learned that the league does not have the same value for this team that he has. That the league has, they don't see this as a team on the verge of big things. None of those big name free agents, came here and, really gave them the time of day and the thought to it. But in terms of, can they make the playoffs? I don't know. I'm on Team Rivera here. I think the answer is yes. I think it's a solid, well-constructed roster. I think it's a third-year guy who's largely got his system in. I don't know. Tell me what I'm not seeing here, Cakes. I don't think it's fair to say they could do it.
And I also think when you look at the defense, the schedule the quarterbacks are facing is not the same. So that helps them. So, and you look at the NFC East, is Wentz the second best quarterback in this division right now?
Yeah, it's a crazy thing to think about. But and look, the Cowboys are due for their implosion because they seem to function somewhat normally last year. So that's the way things turned down there in Dallas. But I think Carson Wentz, while he is not the guy and the answer, I don't think he's that. I think he represents solid production, which, what's funny? It's what they thought they were getting last year in Fitzpatrick. It's essentially, round two of here's a guy who can come in and do what we need him to do.
Well, and and it's funny because I know when I talk to people about him, I know all the flaws with him. We all know that. But if they got the same production out of him here, I think compared, like the Colts are measuring him against Philip Rivers. Do you know what I mean? And Andrew Luck and guys like that.
And they just went out and got themselves another elite quarterback. Right. It's insane.
Right. And that's going to lead to another question in a minute. But like for Wentz here, he doesn't have that same level of comparison to previous years. I mean, we're not talking a bunch of Pro Bowls or Hall of Famers who have traveled through here in recent years. Hey, everybody, it's John Keim. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, and I'll continue to bring you guests who provide excellent insight into the Washington Commanders. And while you're here, check out the other terrific content on the Ampire Media Network, including Inside the Cap with Joel Corey and All's Caps with Steve Wino and former Washington Capital Carl Alsner. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Thank you.